Can you see them? That's what we're doing today. So it's just a sneak peek. I will take them off here after so you can see the full thing once they're done. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Kat. These are Cat's Claws. Welcome to another video. One more week. All of them are pretty much grown out. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. All of them are pretty much grown out, except for this one. Can you see what happened? My nail bed is exposed. I had to rip that part off. So I think one more week and then I'll be able to put something on these. Okay, that's the update. That's it, that's all. We're gonna do glass nails. So I am gonna use like a variety of colors. I'm gonna use the Top Secret again, which is like a translucent black by Madame Glam. I'm gonna use In All Honesty, which is a translucent jelly teal by Madame Glam. And I'm going to use this, which does not have a name, but it's like a purple translucent by Born Pretty. I'm going to use the black gel paint to do our designs on the nails. And then we're going to cover them with glass. It looks really cool. I saw it done in black and black. All the nails in black and black, which looked really nice. So I just wanted to try to see what it looked like with the blue and the purple. Okay. So I am going to start by priming the nails. Oh, and the designs are just going to be like... I gotta season my brush because it's not moving right now. I'm just gonna do like little swirly flowery designs. I don't know what to call them. But we'll see. And I'm gonna use this brush. Okay. And then, look at this fucking shadow. Honestly, I gotta move this whole room around. Okay. Start by priming the nails. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do a matte. So I'm gonna prime them all and then I'm gonna matte them and then we'll do the design on the matte and then we'll go over them with the translucents. Fuck, this shit stinks. Oh. If you don't have a headache before you bust this shit open, you will after. Okay, so I just use this as a base coat. Right? Am I going to tell the story of my... So should I tell my story? I had a weird... I might cut this out, we'll see. I call them DNA upgrades. Because I swear to God, they are... it's just shit that like you hear in like movies or... you know, secret CIA files and shit like that, right? So I call them DNA upgrades. It could just be like dormant skills that have awakened, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so other night, trying to go to sleep. I'm not going to tell you where I ended up, but I'll tell you what happened. So I'm trying to go to sleep, and I smoke a little bit of the bud, the ganja. It's actually like a vape pen. It's actually really cool because it's got like 2 flavors and this little thing at the top. So it's like, I think it's about that big. And then it's got a little nozzle at the top that you can flip to one side or the other for different flavors. It's actually really cool. It lasts for fucking ever because I only really smoke it to try to go to sleep. Otherwise, I don't do too well if I smoke it otherwise. I'm not one of those people who can smoke and just go about my day like I'm normal. Doesn't work that way. It is a sleep aid, and that's it. So anyways, those are done. Okay, we're gonna dry them. That's just the acid-free primer that I use. And then I think what I'm gonna do is, do I want to use this? I might use the Madam Glam instead of, yeah, I'm gonna use the Madam Glam. 1 second. Honestly, this fucking chair is so annoying. So I'm gonna use this. We're gonna cover them all with this, okay? So anyways, back to my story. So here I am trying to go to sleep, smoking, puffing on my little thing. And it's taking longer and longer for me to go to sleep. So before I used to be able to smoke and I just pass out. I don't know what's going on. Like things are firing inside me that does not allow me to sleep anymore. So I'm smoking this thing, trying to get my eyes to be a little more tired than they are. And at one point, okay, so I'm just going to cover these. We're going to do these all. So at one point, I think my eyes are closed at one point, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm getting tired. Here I am thinking my eyes are closed. All of a sudden, you know how when you close your eyes, you can see behind you can see your lids, your eyelids, right? Sometimes you see like, I don't know, this is for me, but sometimes I can see like the veins in my eyelids if I look, right? I can see like the blood sometimes rushing. Sometimes it looks like energy almost, like or like stars in a way, like moving. I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes you see colors, like there's a variety of shit that I see when I close my eyes, just depending on the day or the night, whatever. We don't want that shit underneath so anyway, so this time, thinking my eyes are closed, all of a sudden I start to see something. I start to see things. Okay. And then, let me finish this. Hold on. Okay, anyway, so this time, I start to see, like, very clearly, a room, a person, like clearly behind my eyelids. Like I'm staring at my eyelids, basically. At least I thought I was staring at my eyelids. And I'm like, what the fuck is, like, this is actually going on in my head too. Anyway, I won't tell you like where I ended up. But then I fucking come to, I guess, or like end up opening my eyes, or what I thought was opening my eyes, and I realized that my fucking eyes were like open and fluttering. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought my eyes were closed. I thought I was seeing it behind my eyelids. No, my eyes were open. This is pretty late, by the way. Like not super late, but late enough that it was late. So my eyes were fluttering as if I was like in some kind of weird fucking trance. And I was like, holy shit. I think I just fucking astral projected. Oh, God. That's why I say I unlocked some DNA or dormant powers, because I swear to God, whose fucking eyes flutter while you're literally in another space with a human being? Tell me, who does that happen to? I wasn't that stoned, okay? I wasn't that stoned. Anyways, that's my new special power. So I might have to practice astral projecting now. I don't know how it happened. I think I was just so tired. Or like part of me was tired, but my brain wasn't. I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was kind of cool. Okay, last one. So these are all matted now. We're going to cure these. And then I've done some other weird shit in my life. I'll tell those stories another time, maybe. I'm going to cure those. They're all going to be matted. And then we're going to start with this guy. Okay? Haha. Cool. All right. Use this. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. So we're going to do black and blue and purple, right? So I'm thinking black, 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 purple, blue, or blue, purple, whatever. Okay? Let's try it like that. My cute little palette. And let's season this baby. And let's hope that I can do this design properly. Let's see. See? Kind of like flower. They're kind of flowers. They're supposed to be, I want them to look a bit like flowers. But in black, right? Kind of. Got it? Cool. Okay, I'm going to cure that one. And I'm going to move on to the next one. I think I need to plug this in. Yep. Okay. Right, so that one's that. We're just going to kind of do the same thing on all of them. Let's try this one. So let's do... See? So I'm just going to do these types of designs kind of, right? On all of them. Yeah. I think that's fine. This needs... Here we go. Okay. here again. Middle one. So here I'm kind of leaving the blob on the end so that it does. Let's see if I can do it the same on the other side. So that it kind of has like, it's thicker and then long, you get what I'm doing, right? Where you leave the blob a little bit, right? Look at these, like super simple. Blob at the end, like little. Once you get the hang of how the brush moves, how the gel moves with the longer brush, it's so fucking easy to do these. That's cool. Okay, I'm going to do the last one. It's very simple. So this one is just, you've seen this before. It's just a paint shaker. It's just a translucent black. So it should go on and not cover the full nail or the design, right? It'll leave it so that it's like a black veil on top. Same with these guys. So that's our first one. Cute. Super simple. Squiggly lines and then shit coming out of them. Dots out of them. And it just looks like, I don't even know how to call it. It's like an abstract flower. Okay, so we're going to do this one in this color. So let's see. So this is how I saw them done, but the whole set was done like this. And we might need a few coats so that you can see more of a contrast and it doesn't look like it's just what the fuck is that? Honestly, there's fucking hair everywhere. Okay, so first coat. Oh, it's from these. It's from the lint-free wipes. Of course it is. I thought it was dog fur. No, it's from the lint-free wipe. Okay, that's one. That's one coat. We're going to do another one after it cures. Hold on. I just want the corners. So it goes over the edges, right? Okay. Ba-bam. That's one coat. Okay, so these are the other ones. They look cute, right? They kind of look cute like that too, actually. Don't they? But we're doing over this time. Okay, so let's try it with the blue. I want to try the blue. Let's go over this one, and then we'll do that one in the purple. Oh yeah, look how nice that looks. Mm-hmm. And then we're just going to finish these ones off in the black. And for these, I'm going to do a couple coats because you can't quite see it. So that's 2 coats. Can you see the design on it? Yeah, I'm going to have to take them off because you can. So I think I'm going to do 3 on each. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to do 3 coats on each, and then we're going to top coat them. So I'll show you after the 3 coats. And then we'll top coat them and come see the rest of them. Come see them all. And I'll decide whether I want to put anything else on them or not. I don't know. I'm going to pop them off here, though, so I can see the back. Right? So you can see like the full nail without this little thing poking up on the back, okay? All right, so let's just do another coat. So 3rd coat on all of them, and then they should be dark enough, I think, to match the colored ones, okay? We shall be back. We shall be back. Yes, we shall. He shall be back. I shall be on my back. Anyways. I have problems. Okay. Anywho, that's 3 coats. Yeah, that's good. 3 coats it is, baby. Oh. Definitely needs 3. Okay. Number 3. Number 3. 3's a lucky number. Actually, 3's my number in numerology. If you look it up, everyone has a number associated with their, I think it's, if I'm correct, it's adding up all of your letters. So each letter of your name corresponds to, wasn't that? No, it's birthday. Sorry, it's birthday. That's another one. That's another one. Mine's 333, actually. 3's all around. Yeah, if you add up all the numbers to your birthday, so month, day, year, and then you keep adding them until you get a single number. So like if you end up with 12, let's say, you have to add the 2 and the 1 together, and that gives you your final number, and that is your life path number. I'm a 3. I'm a 3. Those are them so far. I'm going to use these. I think I'm going to put a couple of these little circle ones. Can you see them? Those little guys? On the black ones. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just to add some more color. So I'm going to use this. Okay, and then we're going to use the VENDEENI. VENDEENI. Vendetta, you know. Russian top coat. We're going to Russian top coat them all. And then we're going to take a look at all of them. So those, and this is marble. I found a bag of marble pieces. Actually, no, so it was my neighbor who gave them to me. It was leftover cut pieces, and I took a bunch of them for palettes and stuff. That's the other palette I used too. I have the bag somewhere, but those are the nails. Hold on. You see them? So we just embellished the black ones. They look really cool. The other thing is you got to make sure that you don't get, you see how you can see underneath? You just got to make sure that you clean like under the nail, so you don't get that little stupid blob there. But they look really cute. Right? So for the embellishments, we used these guys. Which look like that. Right? So it had the colors, so I thought it would be cool just to put them on the black, right? Super simple design, really easy to do. Not so easy to do on this hand if you're doing it on yourself, but you're doing it on someone else or a set of press-ons. This is a very, very simple design. Abstract flowers. That's what I'm calling them, okay? Matte top coat to seal the nail in. Then we went in with this, with our gel paint. We meet across to do the little abstract flowery thingies. For the black nails, we used Top Secret by Madame Glam, translucent. I did 3 coats. So 3, 3, 3. For this one, in all honesty, translucent teal, 1 coat of this, 2 coats of this on top, just to darken it so that it would kind of mesh a little bit better in with the other nails. Same with that one, which you can see is not as translucent as that. So I did 1 coat of that and then 2 more of that one, just to make it a little darker. So Madame Glam, Born Pretty, a little bit of meat across, and then of course we top them with this. And then for our little embellishments, we use the Magic Armor, right? And those are the nails. They look cute. They turned out well. They look really good in just 1 color. So like you don't have to go, I didn't have to do this. I could have done a whole set in that, whole set in that, whole set in that. And they all would have looked really nice. Embellishments on the black, I think, look better than on these just because it just, well, it ties all this stuff in and it also just gives a little bit of color. So that's that. Cool. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Give it to me like